Hello, I'm Audrey Conway, and this is my oral report. Okay, and if you're wondering why I'm looking down, it's because I have notes. I wrote a paper, and I apologize if I mess up. Okay. Good evening, this is Audrey Conway reporting for the Coyote News Network at NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Cape Canaveral, Florida. Our nation mourns today the tragic loss of all 7 astronauts who died moments after the Space Shuttle Challenger exploded. Barely a minute after it launched this morning, horribly millions of schoolchildren were witnesses to this event. As they were hoping to see the first teacher in space, Americans may have become too careless about dangers of space travel since the unbroken string of safe returns from space flights by NASA, dozens of successful flights into the heavens, going back over 20 years since the early launches with Alan Shepard and John Glenn. Our confidence is now broken, as we have seen the explosion replayed over and over, hoping to understand it if we watch just one more time. It may take months to sort out the answers as to why and how it happened, but we can see on video close-ups that something was leaking out of the right side solid fuel rocket within seconds after launch. We have learned from NASA that this alone could not be the cause, since the rubber O-rings always seal such leaks. And the flight seemed fine until 73 seconds after liftoff, when the huge external fuel tank suddenly exploded. Anonymous sources at Kennedy have revealed that there were serious worries inside NASA over launching in freezing temperatures, since the rubber O-rings might be too stiff to seal those routine leaks. We have not yet confirmed this, and we will follow up as soon as we know more. For now, our first calling is to salute the brave fallen men and women who sacrificed their lives that our nation, our world, might strive beyond the confines of gravity, outward to a vast uncharted universe. The first commander, Francis Richard Scobie. Pilot, Michael J. Smith. Mission Specialist, Ellison S. Onizuka. Mission Specialist, Judith Arlene Resnick. Mission Specialist, John E. McNair. Payload Specialist and Teacher in Space, Krista McAuliffe. Payload Specialist, Gregory B. Jarvis. An hour ago, President Reagan postponed the State of the Union address to speak to our nation about this tragedy. He reassured the school children of America that although the deaths of the teachers in space and 6 noble companions is hard to understand, it was all part of the process of exploration and discovery. He declared that the future does not belong to the faint-hearted, it belongs to the brave. Nothing ends here, he said. Our hopes and our journey continue. The President concluded with these final words for the Challenger crew. We will never forget them, nor the last time we saw them, this morning, as they prepared for their journey and waved goodbye and slipped the surly bonds of earth to touch the face of God. Also, just so you know, that's my cat making racket. Okay. Back here in Florida and Houston, the NASA scientists, engineers, and hundreds of specialists have devoted all their time and energy for months and even years working with their comrades. These 7 fallen astronauts remain in a state of shock and sadness. We at Coyote News Network wish to salute you in this hour of trial and encourage you all as we share your anguish to honor the dead by forging ahead with their lofty aims. NASA's mission director once exclaimed, "Godspeed, John Glenn." We now claim to all at NASA, Godspeed to you, and God bless our astronauts. Okay, thank you.
Perfect.
I'm not done.